All right, this is Chapter 1, Lesson 6, Part 2, Scientific Notation, Applying What You Know. Okay, so we're actually going to look at a couple things here. So the first problem I have is a STEM problem, so a science, technology, engineering, and math problem. All right, so it says, if you could walk at a rate of 2 meters per second, it would take you 1.92 times 10 to the 8th seconds to walk to the moon. Is it more appropriate to report this time as 1.92 times 10 to the 8th seconds or 6.09 years? Explain your reasoning. So it probably makes more sense to measure it in years. The number 1.92 times 10 to the 8th seconds is very large. So choosing a larger unit of measure is more meaningful. So it makes more sense that it's going to take you 6 years to walk to the moon instead of having this number as in scientific notation. Okay? So the second problem I have is refer to the table at the right. Order the countries according to the amount of money visitors spent in the United States from greatest to least. Okay? So I have a couple of countries over here. I have Canada, India, Mexico, United Kingdom. So my first is 1.03 times 10 to the 7th. Make sure you can see that, okay? Right? The next one I have is 1.83 times 10 to the 6th, 7.15 times 10 to the 5th, and 1.06 times 10 to the 7th, okay? So I can notice Canada and United Kingdom, right? So Canada and United Kingdom, 1.06 times 10 to the 7th and 1.03 times 10 to the 7th, right? They're greater because they have a larger power. This is 6 and this is 6th, right? Then India and Mexico, who each had 6, 10 to the 6th, so 7.15 times 10 to the 6th and 1.83 times 10 to the 6th. Okay, does that make sense? So I have 10 to the 7th, that's bigger than 10 to the 6th, right? So then I can order the numbers. 1.06 is bigger than 1.03, and 7.15 is bigger than 1.83. So the order I would have them in is United Kingdom, then Canada, then Mexico, then India. All right? So I have 2 try it problems on this page. They're pick up from where we left off with part 1. Okay, so go ahead, pause the video, try the problems out, and then when you come back, we will go over the answers together. All right, so let's look at letter G. Some of the top U.S. cities visited by overseas travelers are shown in the table. Order the cities according to the number of visitors from least to greatest. So I have Boston, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, and the Metro DC area, okay? So the first thing I'm ordering from least to greatest, so that's smallest to biggest, okay? So I have a couple of things. This one is 10 to the 5th. This one's also 10 to the 5th. Then these two are 10 to the 6th, okay? So I can look at them, right? I'm gonna go over here to my workstation. So I have Boston, that's 7.21 times 10 to the 5th. And I also have Metro DC, which is 9.01 times 10 to the 5th. Okay, they're both 10 to the 5th. Those are smaller than, move this over a little bit, Vegas, which is 1.3 times 10 to the 6th, or Los Angeles, which is 2.2 times 10 to the 6th, okay? So knowing that, I'm still going from smallest to biggest. So I'm going to look 7.21 is smaller than 9.01, and 1.3 is smaller than 2.2. So this is Boston, Metro, Vegas, Los Angeles, right? So that's going to be my order. So I can come back over here. So I have Boston, Metro DC, Vegas, and then Los Angeles in that order. So that's least to greatest. All right, my last triad problem, letter H, says in an ocean, the sea floor moved 475 kilometers over 65 million years. Is it more appropriate to report this rate as 7.31 times 10 to the negative fifth kilometers per year or 7.31 centimeters per year? Explain your reasoning. Okay. So if I'm looking at this, it makes more sense to do centimeters per year. So centimeters per year, okay? So the number is very small. So choosing a smaller unit of measure is more meaningful. Okay. And that is the end of part 2.